She hasn't been. Anyway.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. See if we can wake Alexa up and get us going this morning. If not, Auntie Jean will sing the morning song for you.
No, Auntie Jean won't. Don't want to scare everybody away.
So you're in a hurry, well you better calm down. We're all friends around you, just join the fun. 'Cause if you're in a hurry, you're missing the point. Should enjoy the fruits of life instead of chasing coins. Because it's a beautiful day. Isn't it so come on, let's play. Forget the rush you're in and find a good spot. Sit down and join us as we sing a good song. Keep back, relax, and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time. Taking it easy won't cost you a dime. Throw another log onto the fire. Because it's a beautiful day. And come on, let's play.
Hello, everybody. Let me send Dee Dee a message so we can get her in here this morning. Okay. So, hello, how's everybody doing? I have a dog on my foot. She's keeping my footsies warm. Thank you, Gruffy.
You have to stand up. Whoa.
Okay, let's get over here and see who's here. Andrea, good morning, good morning. Oh, look at you, Blue. Thank you for calling in. Annie and Ricky and Deirdre. And Ricky is here.
You better be.
Morning, Mr. Pirate. Hello, everybody. Let's go into our hearts. And this is Sunday. So it's our Sunday song time as we feel into those beautiful hearts. So let me see if I can get the music playing for us to really go deep into the heart this morning. It's not cooperating. Something there. Okay.
Come to the water where you will find peace. Take a step into the river and get down on your knees. Come to the mountain while taking in the view. You will find that life is greater than you knew. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay looking at me shattered at the point of no return. You pick up the pieces and you let the bridges burn. So come to the water, you're sailing with the breeze. Take a step into the river, where you will find peace. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight. Oh yeah, I will fight. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight, I will fight. I will fight. So come to the water, where you will find peace. Take a step into the river and get down on your knees.
Come to the water, where everyone, everywhere, is valued, seen, and treated equally and just, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. Come to the water, where peace is freedom from fear, the truth that aligns us with our higher self, the lightness of being at oneness with existence, flowing with the highest frequencies of the universe, the freedom of being in grace, joy, and harmony with life, where peace, like a river, is following its natural flow, and we allow it to happen without interference, where we accept the energy of love. Come to the water. Come, find peace. No problem. Come to the water. Oh my gosh. What beautiful words and thoughts, isn't it? When we think about coming home, I think of this place as home every time I come here. It is home. It has that feel, that familiarity, that this is where you can come to the water. So wherever your water is, it doesn't have to be wet. It can be the mountains. It can be fields. It can be anywhere that your heart just feels loved. And hopefully it's here with us, all of us gathering together as a family. This is the water for so many that come in every day and just love on each other. Isabel's here. Good morning.
Morning, Isabel.
Pat Moss says, good afternoon, feeling under the weather and still in bed at 1 p.m. Oh, Pat, sending you some love and wrapping our arms around you. Good morning, Deirdre. This is my water. Yeah, I know, Deirdre, this is a safe place. Whoever wants to be here, you're all welcome. You're welcome to come in. And Rosalind, good vibes. Good morning to you. Brookie. Good morning. Good morning. I'm hoping to have a Brookie sighting really soon. Brooke is across the street.
Street.
The closest we get to streets here.
She's on the compound.
And Mama Hado Bear.
Street.
Good morning, Kathleen. Oh, it's so good to see all of you this morning. Leo showed up. Says good morning, beautiful. Peaceful. Have a wonderful Sunday. You too, Leo. How amazing is it to just have this gathering every day? And on Sundays, it feels so special, doesn't it?
I think Leo's gonna be here next week, right?
Oh, I heard a rumor. I think a lot of people are going to be here next week. We're so excited about the gathering that's going to take place here. And he says, if I felt you all thinking of me, I was drinking coffee and watching the birds. Well, cheers to you and to everyone this morning. And yes, we have little birdies that come together here at this safe place and show us all their beauty. There's some of those, what are they? The yellow birds. I have just, those are finches. I have just fallen in love with them. They're so beautiful to watch when they come to the feeder. Yes, cheers. And Suzanne said the peas are descending on Vermont.
You better be coming.
We're taking over the Deerfield Valley.
Doing, Kitty?
All right, so how about a Kuan Yin message? How's everybody doing first? Let's do a check-in. How are y'all doing? It's Sunday. How you doing, Blue?
I'm fine, Miss Teri. How are you?
I'm doing good.
You doing well today?
I'm awake.
Yeah.
I'm alive.
Yes.
My eyes are open. I'm breathing. I'm speaking. I don't know how, but I'm speaking. And I have fairy hair, y'all. Yesterday was an amazing experience. It was so beautiful. We'll talk about that, but let's check in with Auntie Jean.
I'm doing great, considering I went up 4 flights of stairs yesterday to get fairy hair.
What is it with the stairs up here in New England? I guess you can just equate New England with stairs, people. So y'all that are coming in for the retreat, you're going to be climbing some stairs.
There's not many at the house, though.
No,
There's not that many, and they're climbable. It's a
Very
new word that I just made up.
People walk into the garage. There's only a couple of
Yeah.
steps up into the house.
Yeah, so it's not bad at the retreat house, but boy, we climbed up 3 flights of stairs. We had to stop on the second landing, and the lady that was doing my fairy hair, her name's Liz, Fairy Liz. She was waiting for us at the top, and she was cheering us on. You've got this. You can do it.
She really was. It was really sweet.
So sweet.
It was.
It
And
was hanging out the window.
well, we were trying to find exactly where she was because, never been there before. And we had pulled into one driveway because I was following the numbers, and I thought, well, that should be the house, right? So I pulled in the driveway and I called her, and she goes, I don't see you. And so I started backing out of the driveway, and she's leaning halfway out her window on the 3rd floor of this building, and she's waving at us. She truly was a little fairy. She was so adorable. I just fell in love with her and her energy. And we told her about the retreat. She wanted to hear all about the Peace on Earth tour, and just what a blessing to be with somebody like that.
Really, she was
Yeah,
special
so upbeat and
Yeah.
happy and
and generous, but
very generous. I got the 20 strands because she has, all these different things you can do. And I got the starter package of 20 strands. And she goes, I'm putting 2 extra in because some of them always fall out. And so I'm putting 2 extra, and I'm thinking, she's putting 22 strands in my hair.
And then two in mine, so
And then
it's,
she offered, Auntie Jean was sitting there watching with me, and she offered to do a couple in her hair for free. And I'm like, and Auntie Jean, of course, being her beautiful self that she is, she's like, no, this is your thing. This is for you. It's special. And I said, Jean, it's okay. I share. So if you want to do 2 strands, do it. You know, it's just when you watch a sunset, you want somebody watching it with you. When you get fairy hair, you want somebody doing it with you. So Auntie Jean got 2 strands in the front and she sparkled. And the most special part of the whole thing was both of us got fairy dust. So when she was done putting the strands in, she dusted with fairy dust instead of blessing over the strands that she had put in our hair. And just wished all kinds of blessings of goodness and joy and abundance, and that the fairies would really respond to the sparkles that are in our hair. And y'all could, I think, can see some of the sparkle going on there in the front. Yeah, I just absolutely love it. It's not overwhelming. I think it just, when you move, sometimes you just catch that little sparkle, and that's how fairies are, isn't it, Blue?
Yeah,
You just catch the little sparkle.
like that one.
She's fairy watching out the window. So, yeah, just so beautiful. And there's our Brookie. She says, Jinxie came to the water. She's all wet from flinging her water all over the place this morning. And Deirdre says, love sparkle. Humans have sparkle hair. Perfect, number 22. It was absolutely perfect. And Suzanne says, love it. You are sparkling. I know. It's like when there's a certain movement, when the light catches it, and all of a sudden there's that sparkle, just like little fairies showing up in my hair. And Annie says, I love that y'all got to do this together. Yeah.
across the street into here.
She's across the street.
And Auntie Jean Scooby is trying to jump up on my lap at the kitchen island. I know, we love Scooby. Annie says, I'm delivering food 2 days in a row. A white crane bird walked in front of my car at the red light, something that never happens. Yes, giving you love. And Kathy Hand says, that's the best thing about fairy hair. It's subtle. Yeah. It's not something that just jumps out at you. You have to catch it. It's like you do fairies. You have to catch them in what they're doing at play and see that beauty and that love. And Brookie says, I love the subtle sparkles. Yeah, you never know when it's going to come out. So it's a surprise. Well, thank you all for being here. We have a beautiful full house this morning. Oh, Annie says, y'all making me want to have fairy hair. Annie, they're in Louisiana. I did check, because when I go to the website, it'll show you what all states they're in, and Louisiana is one of those states. And who else is here? Jennifer Langren, good morning. I have to keep going to my page on Facebook because some of you are there and you're not showing up in my restream chat. So good morning to everyone that's coming in. Annie's letting her hair grow long. Hey, Kathy, she said sometimes it's like it'll fall out overnight. Sometimes it's 3 months. Sometimes it's longer. It just depends. It's weaved into strands of my hair. So when those strands of hair fall out, then of course the fairy hair falls out with it. I'm going to be very sad. But she said you can wash your hair, you can blow it dry, you can use a curling iron or a straightener. Yeah. It just depends on how long these fairy lights want to stay in my hair. I think they're going to stay in forever. All right. So, Kuan Yin. Let's see what she has to say. And if you all saw my blog from last night, the angels talked about fairy hair and fairies and love. Ride with the spirit unbroken. I have been with you, my wild one, throughout every challenge to your free spirit, encouraging you to rise, believing in you. When you were shamed, denied, judged, and ridiculed, I was there with you. I went through it all, right along with you. I knew that the time would come when you would be ready to rise above those experiences, to let your wild heart be free. And now is that time. Now's that time to get fairy hair, to go jump in the mud puddle, to do whatever your wild spirit says. And that's exactly what the blog was talking about last night. Go do whatever is calling you. It may be out of your comfort zone, but it may be a thought you've had that you want to do that maybe you want to go tubing down a waterway. You want to just do something that you haven't ever done before, but that's been a thought of, I wonder what that would feel like.
I know what that would feel like. I went across the country.
That's right.
Yes, I did.
She jumped in a car and went across the country.
Yeah, didn't know what was going to happen, didn't know what I was going to do. And it's a miracle. She's been with me, I know.
That Kuan Yin is always there. And Auntie Jean had been with me only a couple of times driving before she got in that car for the long trip. And one of those times I almost took her to Mexico.
Yes, she did.
Well, she was navigating. That's why I have the general.
Navigator.
That's why I have the general. But it was fun. She was trying to tell me how to go, and I was in the wrong lane.
Doesn't like it.
So I had to exit off the interstate. Oh, we have a whizzy bee. Good morning, Dave. Whizzy bee just got an airplane ride into the living room.
Doesn't like it.
She's a very independent kitty, and she likes to go, go, go. Let's see, do we have a head count for the retreat? Well, Kathy, at the moment, I believe the head count is 17, but don't hold me to that. I have to look at my chart, but we've had a few people that can't make it, unfortunately. But we're hoping that there will be spaces filled from their absence. So we still have a couple of rooms if somebody wants, or a couple of beds if somebody wants to come. And Marietta says, let's all sparkle. Spirit provides abundant, radiating, kind, loving energy. I love that. Thank you, Marietta. And Marietta, I just love these. Marietta, guess who has one of your hearts now? I gave one of these to Fairy Liz, and she was so grateful. She goes, I'm going to go hang that up right now. She just loved your heart that you sent to us. And everybody at the retreat is getting at least one of these. I think you might come away with one for yourself and one to give away. And Marietta, we've really been praying for you and all of Florida right now and keeping a watchful eye on what's going on with that storm. So just please, please keep us informed of what's happening, and if you do have to evacuate or what's going on, because our thoughts and prayers are with you, our dear friend. I know that hurricanes haven't been kind to you in the past, so we're praying that this one will leave you alone. And Bricky says it's time to go up, up, up to a higher plane. Does that mean you're on your way over here?
That's why there's so many steps in Vermont.
That's
So we
right.
have to go up.
We go up, up, up. Yes. Suzanne says, the wild spirit says to me, go to a retreat in Vermont. I'm so glad it said that, Suzanne. And Annie says, the Fae and the angels are surely all around y'all at Blue Jean's house. You know it, honey. I wish you were here, Annie. I just wish you could experience this with all of us. Okay. Let's see if anybody's on my channel. Hope Wellington Marshall, there you are. Oh, Hope says, really lovely. It just hits you. And how long will it last? I'm thinking it's going to last months. So I think it's how well I take care of my hair. And, you know, I do toss and turn at night. So I've got to find something that I can wrap my hair in at night so that it doesn't get tangled up as I toss and turn. Oh, Brookie says, that's what we're doing today. We're going up, up, up to a higher plane. All right. Brookie has a surprise for us. She's kidnapping all of us and taking us away on a journey. So I can't wait for that. Oh, Kathy, don't worry about it, honey. No, you're going to be able to do it with ease and grace. I promise. Because if I can, you can. And the house, it really was not bad at all, navigating the steps. There's steps, a few steps to get up to the front porch, to the landing, and then there's steps to go upstairs, but there are some bedrooms downstairs. So yeah, don't worry about it because it's going to be just fine. Now, if you come over to Blue's house, those are a little harder to navigate, but
You can go
you
in the
can
back.
do it. You can
There's
go in the
less-
back. There's a ramp instead of steps. Yeah. Oh, get a satin pillowcase. We have to go
That's
shopping.
true. I never thought of that.
Oh, look, I see 22. Oh, y'all, you just made my day. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Deirdre says you have 3 open pages and I'm on all of them. Oh,
I
Deirdre,
like
you're
Deirdre.
multitasking. She is a beautiful moderator for the Angelic River family because she knows how to navigate and go to all those places and find beautiful sayings and words that we can share to uplift each other. Let's see, I had something that I wanted to read. It's the Daily Dose of Happy. And I did put this on my page about 4 o'clock this morning. And if, when it is all over, I am asked what I did with my life, I want to be able to say, I offered love.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I love that so much because I think about that a lot. I think at the end of the day, what really matters? Doesn't matter how big the house was that we built or bought. Doesn't matter if we had all these fancy schmancy things, cars and boats and whatever. The only thing that matters, the only thing we're going to be able to take with us from this life is love. So what matters at the end of the day is, did I offer love? Did I share my heart? Did I say to somebody, you matter, you're special, and I love you just because I love you? So I love this saying, and I hope we can hold that and really dwell on that fact that, everything else, all those material things, just doesn't matter.
Buddha says that. He
Yeah.
says all that matters is how much you love, how much and how well you let go.
Ooh, that's the other part of it, isn't
That's
it?
part of it.
Because when we're so wrapped up in material things, we think we can't let that go. We can't let that home go. We can't let that car go. We think that's mine. That's mine. I bought that. I worked hard to get that. And that's true. There's a certain aspect of it that we do work hard for the things we have, for the clothes we put on our body and the food that we eat and all the things that we have that bring us joy. But none of those things you're going to be able to take with you. None of those things are going to matter in the end. Your status is not going to matter in the end. How much money you have in the bank doesn't matter, because all that matters is that how well did I love, and how well was I loved, and how well did I let go. Joanne, good morning, my sweet Joanne. Oh my gosh, girl, I have been going crazy because y'all know my phone just doesn't receive phone calls and messages real well up here. And so some of you that I'm so used to just picking up the phone and texting or calling, and you're trying to reach me, I'm just like, I need my people that I always talk to. And Joanne, you're one of them. I just love you so very much. Joanne says, it will be interesting if you find more interaction with the fairies now that you have special fairy hair.
That's a good
Oh, I
question.
love that. Well, we'll find out today because Brookie's taking us on an adventure somewhere out and about. So I think I will just pay more attention because I won't be driving, and we'll see what happens. Thank you for that thought, Joanne. And Isabel says, you all have an awesome and awakening retreat full of love and light and joy. Absolutely. Yeah, Isabel says, beautiful lessons of the meaning of life. Yes, yes, yes. And Deirdre's saying hi to Sherry, and I'm not sure, is it our Sherry Myers? I hope. I love my Sherry Myers. All right, Marietta says, the Florida Keys are now out of the cone. I saw that this morning. I was rejoicing. We are so grateful. We are praying that the storm continues to dissipate before it reaches land, and pray for safety for all affected. Marietta, Jean and I, Auntie Jean and I were doing a happy dance when I looked at it and I said, Jean, look at this. Look at this. It's no longer showing the Keys in the danger zone. And, you know, I've lived in Florida most of my life. I know how these hurricanes work. You can't say it's not going to do something or it's going to do something until it's at that very point where it's like, for sure, it's coming in that direction. But at the moment, what we saw, it just warmed my heart that it's leaving you alone, Marietta, because I just know where you are located there in the Keys, and you're right on the water. So I just want safety for everyone, but especially those that I hold so dear in my heart, you and Ed and good girl Pearl. And I want you out of that danger zone. So I have a feeling that a lot of our P's are going to be in the path. And the way it looks right now, let's lift up Linda Lemieux and Terry Gilstad and Isabel and our Stacy Small Lord, all of those that are right there as it comes across the state and up. And here's our beautiful Brookie. Terry Brookie has arrived. Oh, good morning. He's all wrapped up like it's cold outside.
Yeah, there.
It's 47 outside. Good morning, Catherine Kovacs. Hello, hello. I know. She's a little hippie child. Good morning, Brookie. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Brookie has arrived, and she's a breath of fresh air when she comes into the room. I can't wait for you all to meet her. And Catherine's grateful for the cooler weather. Good. Oh, Catherine, you're in Florida also, so hopefully that storm is not going to affect you. And Deirdre says, you know, it was Linda's birthday yesterday and no one saw my happy birthday. We said happy birthday to her at the end of the show, Deirdre.
We also sang happy birthday.
and we sang. And yesterday, Jean and I called her and sang happy birthday to her.
And I sent the bag.
Yes. And everybody saying hello to Brookie. Kathy Hand says, my niece and husband and their little boy live near Fort Lauderdale. Prayers for all in Florida. Yes. Oh, it was Sherry Seymour. Good morning, Sherry Seymour. And Sherry, I hope you're safe during the storm as well. You're in the middle of the state. Shelley, good morning, Shelley Newman. I saw your post yesterday with Teri, and Teri is on our list and in our prayers. And hopefully there's something that they're going to be able to use to kick in to help him to gain his health back. So really praying for both of you, for you and for Teri. All right, so yes, Deirdre, we did love on our Linda Lemieux. We let her know how special she is. And unfortunately, Linda is not going to be able to come to the retreat, you guys. So yeah, I know, it was so sad when I heard that news, but I understand she may have a buyer for her house. And, we've been praying for this. Linda put her house up for sale and we all saw it, just really going to a beautiful family that can enjoy the home. So thank you all for lifting that up in prayer, and continue to pray that this storm leaves the house alone and that there will be a house there. So yeah, we're all keeping an eye on Ian and wanting it to just dissipate, as Marietta said, for the storm, just to put the brakes on. I said that last night. It needs to have good brakes, and put them on and just go into the water and leave the land alone. All right, so let's go into our prayers. Any prayer requests you all have? I saw also this morning that there is a super typhoon moving toward the Philippines. So let's pray for that country. And where was it that there was such devastation from Fiona? Lou was telling me this morning.
Dominican Republic.
The Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah.
So praying for those countries and the people, especially, houses can be rebuilt, things can be rebought, but people, that's what we need to lift up right now in all of this time of devastation. It is hurricane season. And like I said, I lived in Florida most of my life. I dealt with this for so many years. Every year you just went into it never knowing, is it going to be a year when they leave us alone, or is this going to be a bombardment of energy that comes into land?
Not to forget our people to the north in Nova Scotia, where they were hit very hard. The hurricane came through to them.
Yeah. And all up and down the East Coast, when these storms come in, they usually travel up the coast. So our Marlene is here. Good morning, Marlene. Oh my gosh, wonderful. So many beautiful people. Catherine says, continue to pray for me. I'm a hot mess right now, but I'm here. Well, that's the positive. Look for the positive. I'm a hot mess this morning too, because I didn't sleep last night. But, y'all probably saw me posting at 3:00 this morning on Facebook. You were awake too. We should have just had a party. I should have just come downstairs. I had the thought, why don't you just go
It
downstairs?
was all cuddly.
And yeah, Auntie Jean was all cuddly with 2 fur babies, and I just couldn't sleep. I was wide awake, and 333, I saw that come and go. And I think I saw 444, but I'm here. And it's such a beautiful day. Look at the sun out there hitting the leaves that are changing color. We have so much color going on. When Jean and I were driving up into the mountains, the higher North Mountains last night, just seeing those beautiful leaves that had changed and the sun glistening on them was so beautiful.
Oh, the
Life is
views are
beautiful.
just gorgeous.
Yeah. Look. And Catherine says midnight margaritas. yeah, it might have helped me sleep. And Kathy says, yes, those beautiful destination islands. It's so sad to see the devastation caused by storms. But you know, the people that live there know. It's just like I said, when I lived in Florida, I knew that there was the possibility of having a house blown down or flooding or, you know, whatever happens when the storms come in. So you adapt. Deirdre, prayers for all humans, for Gaia and for world peace and attention to human trafficking. I saw a really wonderful video last night as I couldn't sleep. I was like trolling videos, and this lady was driving her child to school, and the windows were down so she could, you know, see and hear what was going on around her. And she saw this young girl in distress, and the girl was yelling, and there was another lady with her, and she slowed down the car and she stopped. She saw what was going on, and she saw the vehicle that was parked nearby. She knew it was a grab situation. So she stopped her car and she got out and she ran over to the little girl and pretended to be her mom. And I thought that is an amazing thing that she did. She saved that girl's life. And, you know, there's things we can be aware of when we see a situation. You know, it's not always a misbehaving child when we see something like that, when we see a kid that's in distress. So pay attention, just look and see what's going on. And if it doesn't feel right, you'll know when it doesn't feel right. You'll have that gut feeling that, wait a minute, let me look at this again. You know, it's not always what it first seems like. So really use your intuition as you're out and about. Pay attention. That's all. Pay attention. And if you see something, say something. You know, you can call 911. If you're wrong, okay, you're wrong. It was a parent and child. But if you're right, just think that you could be saving a life. Just like what this hero human did. Thank you, Deirdre. Yes, Deirdre and I both have this really heavy burden of human trafficking right now. So see something, say something. Kathy says it's so dark and dreary outside here. It looks like a winter day. Ugh. But yesterday I cleared out so many closets and drawers, 3 large bags and 2 boxes of shoes and boots. What size do you wear? Inquiring minds want to know. Well, it's beautiful here, Kathy, and you're going to be here soon. So get prepared for a blast of love from people and from the environment.
We have this beautiful fireplace in the house that I can just see us all sitting around enjoying it. See my house?
Not inside.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the pictures look pretty awesome.
Deirdre, you're all right. I have to go over to that page to be able to see them because it's not showing up on my Restream chat. So can't keep crying. Okay, I don't know what that means, Shelley. Yeah, it's not showing me all the comments. I'm so sorry, you guys that are on my timeline. You can jump over to Angel Speakers, Teri Angel. That's a page that we're on Facebook. And then I see all of the comments, but on here, I'm just seeing like the last few ones.
Tell me just to go up.
Oh, Shelley, I see it now. Every time you cry, I cry. You can't keep crying. I know. They're happy tears. They're tears of love. And those are good tears. And I don't know what Janet said, Deirdre, so maybe you can share that with us. And Kathy, it's a size 9. Okay. Give me pictures. I'll go shoe shopping virtually in your closet.
Oh, I got nice shoes yesterday.
Yes, Jean's shoes arrived. And we're very happy about that.
Yes, we are.
Because we were worried about her shoes. She was even dreaming about her shoes that didn't show up. I know we have to get into the prayers, but yes, I will read the Kuan Yin card again. Rosalind, I'm so glad you're here. I wish you were going to be here at the
Yes.
retreat. That would be so amazing. Okay. All right. Yeah, I really don't have room for any more shoes, but I'd love to see what you have. Oh, just that Janet showed up here. She's new to us. Well, welcome, Janet. I'm so glad you're here. Look at us growing. Oh my gosh, I just love seeing all you people here today. All the peas pull, as Leo says. If you're here, you're a pea in the peapod. Ride with spirit unbroken. I have been with you, my wild one, throughout every challenge to your free spirit, encouraging you to rise, believing in you. When you were shamed, denied, judged, and ridiculed, I was there with you. I went through it all, right along with you. I knew that the time would come when you would be ready to rise above all those experiences, to let your wild heart be free. And now is that time. Now is that time, and it's time to go into our hearts. And I just see your message, Kathy. If you're sending me messages, the very best way to get it to me is through Facebook Messenger. I do get all of those messages, but if you're texting me on my phone, I'm probably not going to see them until I get somewhere where I have service, and then they all come through at one time. But yeah, if you want to get something to me, you need an answer immediately, just send me a Facebook message and I will get those. All right, so let's go in our hearts. Any other prayers that you want us to be aware of? I know we have a lot of people right now that are struggling. There's a lot of people going through different things. There's a huge energy shift that came in with the autumn equinox, and people are having to adapt and learn how to deal with that. So let's just hold up all of our peas, especially all of our beautiful family, but everyone that's here on the planet at this time that's feeling that shift. And Ricky, yes, prayers for strength. Absolutely. You've got this, Ricky. We're your cheerleaders. You know that. You've got this beautiful family behind you, holding you up, wanting only the best for you, the best health, the best emotional health, every part of your life. We want you here. We want you and Josie here. There's plenty of room. So come on up. So let's take a breath in, that breath of love going into your heart. And just hold that for a minute in your heart. See how good that feels. Just to know that you are loved, that there are people in this world that want your very best experience. There are people that care if you hurt, that care if you're alone, that care if you're scared. Just hold that love. Let it go through all of your body. Let it reach your brain, telling your brain, you are loved. Wake up and smell that, feel that, speak that. The more senses you can put into it, the more you fully realize you are loved. You matter. You are important. You are worthy. You are enough. You are a child of the universe, and there is a divine plan for your life. So wake up to love. Open your arms and accept it in. Let us love on you. That's all that matters, is how well we loved and how much we are loved, and letting go of everything else. All those fears, all of the thoughts that you can't do something. Just become unlimited. Blow the roof off. There really is no limit other than what we put on ourselves. I choose to live without walls. I choose to live without a roof and just be in this beautiful world and show up every day for myself. When you show up for yourself, then you have more to give to others. So right now, in this moment, just pause anything else you're doing and see how you're showing up for you. Are you loving on you? Are you doing self-care? Are you doing the things that your heart says to do? Or are you waiting for some moment when the timing is right? Because this is the moment. When you stay in the now, you realize that. You realize this is what I have. I may not have another minute other than this. There are no guarantees. So in this now moment, how are you going to show up for you? And then how are you showing up for others? Are you offering love unconditionally in the world? Let's do that right now. Breathe that love into your heart and breathe it out to every being on the planet. All humans, all animals, all of nature, all the water. Even love those storms that are out there churning in the sea. Love them and send that love right to the very heart of the storm to say, I love you. I would love to see you just being beautiful and calming down. Let's calm the storm with our love. It's happened before. People who live where the storms rage know this. They know that when you add fear in, it feeds the storm. But when you add love, that's an element of calm and peace. So love everything in our world, even the darkness. When you love the contrast, then it becomes your friend and not an enemy to be hated and pushed away. Only love is real. Stay in your heart. Send out love everywhere on the planet, down into Mama Gaia, up to the universe. Love our spiritual beings that are here to help us, our angels, our spirit guides, our ancestors. Most of all, our Creator, giving love and honor to God, to Christ, to Divine Mother. Just be wrapped in a blanket of love right now. And take a deep breath in. Hug yourself. Give yourself a hug. Love on you. This self-love is so important. And now let's hug each other. We do this every day, every morning. We share that love with our peas. All these beautiful energies that just fly in here for a moment, just to say hello and say I love you and thank you. So we do this on the count of 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. Oh, I love you all so much. This has been an amazing time together this morning. Yes, stretch, stretch, stretch. Those of you coming to the retreat, you're going to learn a way of opening up your chakras every morning. We're going to be doing this thing called chi up and down, and we're getting ready to do it here after Leo.
Leo's coming?
Leo in the house.
In the house.
It's fun, Leo. Oh, I got to share it. If I don't share it, then we'll get to hear it, but you won't. So that's no fun. Here we go.
Rocky, is it Lisa's house?
Stop.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, come on. Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. One on the peace for peace, on our mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we may be. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Waiting on the guys, the angels and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Cuppa full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. There really is no secret. We simply accept, align, allow. AAA, Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Cuppa full of joy. Cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa. Give me cuppa joy. 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 Woo!
Here comes Dave. I don't know that he wants to be on though. Oh, I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love. And namaste, y'all. Go out and do something wild today. Enjoy life. I love you so much. Bye, everyone. Say goodbye, everybody.
Love you.